Hello and welcome back to Data Analysis and Visualization. I'm Jovita Christie, and once again in this video, we are going to continue from the previous video to learn D3.js basics. So in this video, once again, I'm going to start with a Notepad++ blank file, which is saved as a .html file, and it is already opened in Chrome. Right now, you can see that it contains nothing because I haven't written any code yet. So let's start by writing some code. So I'm going to pretty much do what I did last time, have the HTML tag, the head tag, specify the title. So I just want to, again, specify the title as learning D3.js. Close the title tag. Next, because we are going to be using the D3.js library, we have to also specify its source. So make sure that while running all these files, you do have your laptop connected to the internet, because this otherwise this source will not be accessed. So I'm just going to copy the source from another file. We paste it here. So this is the one. And along with this, you might want to specify the character set, which is UTF-8. Okay, so this is the character set equal to UTF-8, and that's it. And I'm going to close the script tag. So the script tag is ready. And now you can go ahead and also close the head tag. So the head tag is done. Now we begin with the body tag, where all our code will go into. So once again, I'm going to create the same type of unordered list like I created last time, and name the class as items. And just like last time, I'm just going to specify some list items that will just say that this is an item. That's all. So that's it. And I'll copy this, paste it a couple of times like last time. So, okay. And this is pasted. This is ready. Now I'll just close the UL tag and open my script tag, because this is where I want to write the JavaScript code. Now we are going to define, first of all, a variable, or rather an array. And in JavaScript, we always define all types of variables, arrays, everything as var to show that it's a variable. And I'm just going to name this array as num array. So it contains a bunch of numbers. It doesn't matter at this point what kind of numbers, okay? I'm just randomly going to write down some numbers here. Okay. These are just randomly written numbers. Okay. And I do have here five list items, so I'm just going to stick with 5 numbers here. So I have 5 numbers listed out, and now I'm going to just do d3.selectAll, and I'm pretty sure you know this function because you were there in the previous video. So this is the function that you can use to select some particular HTML tags and elements within those tags. So now in this, I'm just going to write dot items and do li. What this does, this is slightly different from what we did earlier. Oh, it's a single quote. The difference is that in the previous one, we were trying to select some specific list items. Here we are just trying to select list items in general, which means we want to apply this to all the list items present here. So if you want to do that, you just have to do dot items and mention the tag that you want to select. The reason why I've written dot items is because I have named this entire class of unordered list as a class called items, which is why I'm specifying it. So once this is, that's why this class name is also important, because you can refer it over here. Once that's done, I am also going to I'm going to show you how you can bind this data, which is this array, how you can bind it with your list items, okay? But before I go there, let me just let me just comment this out right here. Sorry that this is the comment section. Okay, so let me just comment it out and I'll close all the tags just to show you what it looks like now before we apply the D3.js. So these tags are closed and let me refresh this file here. So this is the plain unordered list where we haven't done anything yet. And now we are going to go ahead and actually implement this script which we are writing here. So once I have selected all the items, I want to bind the data which is in the array with these items. To do that, you have to write down .data, which is a function available. And within that, you will mention the array that we just created, which is num array. Once that is done, now you can use this as a sort of a for loop that applies to every list item. So how to do that? What I'm going to do is just I want to show that this is an item, well, this is an item 4, 3, and so on. So to do that, I'm going to write .text and then I will specify a function, and JavaScript allows you to pass function as an argument somewhere, so it's all right. And here you will specify D for the data that you want, which you have already bound here. And then open a curly bracket, and within the curly bracket, you will specify what needs to be returned. Now, how this function works is for every list item, it's going to call this function once. So if that's happening, then it's going to ask for one list item at a time and do this process for it 5 times because we have 5 list items. So to do that, you just have to specify here what you want to return. So remember, this is the text field, which means I'm trying to change this text which is there between the li and /li tags. So I want this to be changed as this is item number, and I want to say that this is item number 12, this is item number 4. So to do that, I also have to specify the item number. Now, where do you get the item number? You will get the item number right here with this D that you are passing. Okay, the D is actually this data that you just bound with your D3.js function. So this array is now contained within this D, and one by one it's going to give you all those numbers. So all you need to do here is to write down plus D. Plus is used for concatenation of a string and some variable with each other while printing something, or this sort of a thing in JavaScript. So once that's done, put a semicolon because the return statement is over. Now remember, you opened this bracket right here, which means you also have to close it. Okay, and at the same time, you also need to close the curly bracket that you opened, which is for this function. So just close the curly bracket before this. So remember the order. So we have closed that as well. And next I need to close my script tag. I'll close the script tag. So the tag is closed. Now all we need to do is refresh our Chrome page, which is here. And once we refresh it, we should see the change over here. Okay, since it's not showing a change, there must be some sort of an error, which is here. There is a semicolon missing, so I've added the semicolon. Let's refresh the page again. Okay, so this gives me an opportunity to tell you what happens when there's an error. You could just click on, you could just do right click and click on inspect. And if you go here, this is available within your Chrome browser itself. If you go here, you can see something. There's a cross mark here, which says that there is some error. It says open console to view one error. So just click on it and it will open the console. And you can just see in which line exactly the error is. You can click on it. And if you click on it, it just gives you the line over here that the error is right here in this position D3.select all .items and li. So you just have to figure out why that error is coming. So whenever there's an error, it helps to just read out what the error is. In our case, the error is that this particular line is showing the error, and it does say here that D3 is not defined, which means I probably made a mistake in importing this library. And so let's take a look at that first line, which was script right here. If you look at it here, the source is supposed to be src, which I have in a hurry written scr. So let's just correct that and make it src. And now let's go back here and run this again. Yes. Now you can see my inspect whatever I'm doing over here does not show any errors. So this is working fine. And you might also notice how this has changed. It now does show the number, every number that I wrote there. So it shows 12, it shows 4, 3, 7, and 10. So this is how you can make changes to the data in this manner. So this is how you can manipulate data items within your HTML code and change them within your browser. And you can do this not just for the text, you can do it for the style. So you could group a couple of CSS styles, create a couple of classes, and apply to each list item if you wanted to. And that's what I'm going to show you in the next video. But for this video, I hope you understood what I've shown you so far. Please take time to implement this code on your own, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.